Breaker broke 23. All right, so today in this video, I'm going to take a quick look at my ARKPRO Ultra. And I really like this. This is like considered, I guess they call it an EDC, right? An everyday carry, possibly a tactical flashlight. So I'm kind of new to the high-end flashlight game. I never really believed in spending all that much money in a flashlight, to be honest with you. And yet, on the other hand, I was never really happy with the little, $29 flashlights that I've been buying. And especially for my purpose. I don't really need an everyday carry thing. However, I do find myself using my ARKPROs a lot, actually, because of the slim design. They're just so easy. You just, throw it in your pocket and you're good to go. But that being said, what I use these for are for camping and RVing. And what I want is I want to have a flashlight that I can light up the trail just in front of me, but not put out all that, I want to say like light pollution in the surrounding area. I just don't want to bother campers around me. And you guys, that are out in the woods in the pitch black, and maybe you're going for water or to the latrine or something like that. You don't want to really wake up camp, right? And I really like this light for that reason. Now, I know that there's a lot of folks that are like nighttime security guards and stuff like that get a lot of use out of these, and I could totally see where this would be the ultimate light for something like that, as well as mechanics, and I'll get into that here in just a second. So anyway, it is a rugged design. It's made out of a milled out piece. It could be milled or cast aluminum, and it's got some heft to it. It's good and weighty. I really like that. We have a dual purpose belt clip here. So we have this area here that's a belt clip, and then this smaller one here acts as a hat clip. So you can like put this on your baseball cap and work on that. So if you need a flashlight to spot down on what you're working on, you need hands, both hands. This works out really well for that. I really like that. Again, I'm starting to use flashlights in a way that I never did. So on the end here, this is for the magnetic charger, and this is also a magnet here. And so you just clasp on the little magnetic charger, plug it into USB port, and you can charge it that way. However, I don't do that. I actually like this option. Underneath this cool little trapdoor, we have a USB-C charge port. And so I do it like that. It's faster and I think a little bit better charge. So tell me what you guys think. You guys that own one of these, which way do you prefer to charge? This way works and everything. It's just considerably longer than if you just go in here. So, but what I do like this magnet assembly here for is like if you're working on your vehicle at night under the hood, you can just stick this up to the top of your hood and then it'll shine down on your work. I like that. You could also stick it to something underneath the vehicle if you need to do so. So that is pretty cool. Maybe stick it in your toolbox. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. And again, this thing's just rugged. I mean, I don't really want to drop it, but I have dropped my ARKPRO, and it didn't make a mark or anything like that. It withstood that just fine. I wouldn't want to mar this up. But anyway, it'll take the abuse. There's no doubt about that. So the difference between the ARKPRO Ultra and the ARKPRO is about 200 lumens on the turbo beam. I compared both of them together, side-by-side comparison, and they both have the spot and floodlight pattern that's the exact same. The UV pattern and the UV brightness here is the same, as well as the green beam, the green laser, which is kind of an interesting feature. So we can go from low to high by pushing and holding, and momentary just turns it on and off. So that's cool. It's like a pointer. This will go several hundred feet. So that's pretty cool. We have here our floodlight, spotlight, and UV mode settings. We'll just do the UV mode here real quick. So you just single tap, and we have UV mode. Hold, and we can change our brightness to a brighter UV. So push and hold, and then we can go back down to the low beam. Over here we have the spotlight. So we just push and hold, and we can toggle through our various brightnesses. So here is low beam, medium, high beam, and double click, You get turbo mode. This is the 1700 lumens. Triple click, 1, 2, 3, and we've got our fancy strobe light. So we'll turn that off and we'll go back to just our spotlight. This is the floodlight mode, which this is the mode that I prefer when camping. So we have low and high and then turbo, which is just crazy bright. And I'm out here in the daylight here in the RV, so yeah, that's pretty darn bright. So yeah, pretty neat. And as you can see here, we have like these green LEDs. This is our state of charge, our SOC indicator. Think of it as like a gas tank. We have quarter, well, we have like empty, quarter, 3/4, full tank. And then over here, when we get into this, this tells us these white LEDs on this side, that tells us this is low beam, this is mid, this is high, and there's turbo. Okay, so pretty cool. Now, I seen somebody say, well, mine doesn't work on turbo mode. Okay, so that is kind of like a, well, what I would call like a battery saver option. And the deal is when this thing gets down to about 3/4 of a charge, somewhere in that area, maybe a little lower, you can't use the turbo mode anymore. So it's just kind of like a battery saver. Quite honestly, though, after the newness wore off, I found that I really don't use turbo mode all that often. Just high beam seems to be bright enough for me, right? So we'll go back to low beam, flood, spot, medium, flood, spot, high, flood, spot, and then turbine mode. That is bright. It's crazy bright. I cannot believe, here, I'm going to shine it into the camera. How do you like that? How's them apples? Look at that. That's crazy. Anyway, I really like this light. This has kind of brought me into taking flashlights a little more serious. This is honestly like a super serious flashlight in my opinion. And what I like about it is that it's very portable because you could just put it in your pocket, right? Very easy to operate, very easy to get used to. There's warning labels on there for a reason. This laser on here is pretty darn powerful. So you don't want to tangle with that. You also don't want to tangle with the UV light. Now the UV light, I guess folks use it for forensics. I guess you could check for bed bugs in motels. You could check if you're out in the desert. You could check for scorpions at night. Apparently they illuminate quite well. And I did have a viewer mention something about using these for hunting. Tracking at night, you could follow the blood trail with the UV light, which is like a killer idea. I never thought about that. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Anyway, there's kind of a promotion, a limited time promotion deal going on with these things right now. I'll leave a link to that down below. I forget how long that promotion deal is going on, but hey, even at full price, it's definitely worth it. But if you can save 20 bucks or whatever the promotion is, go for it for sure. I'll leave a link down to that below, and tell them Breaker Broke 23 sent you. And if you have one of these, or if you finally get one and you use it, I would love to hear what you think about this light, because these things are crazy. I'm hooked. I'm old school mag light guy. I have like 7 mag lights. I have like old school incandescent mag light, all the way up to like the latest LED model, which is, you know, decent, but it's a mag light. It's not stealth, right? This is the way to go. I love it. In fact, I want to get another one because I want to put one in my RV here permanently. I want to have one in my SUV and then one on the nightstand. That's what I use my ARKPRO for, is next to the nightstand. So anyway, all right, guys, thanks for watching. And y'all have a good one out there. Stay safe out there this camping season. We'll talk at you later. Cheers.